Hey, all you DFR fans and others out there. I want to talk today about Nix ZL1, the 2013 ZL1 that we did here. I just want to put it up on my YouTube page as well. That way everybody that's watching my YouTube stuff can also see and hear from me as well. This is going to be one of my first, shop vlogs, and just, kind of talking about, stuff that's going on in the shop. And I think this first one's going to be obviously about Nix ZL1. You can look him up on YouTube at Guitar Armageddon ZL1. I'm going to put everything in the description for you as well. But his car was at the dyno Monday night with Jeremy Fumato for Faster Proms, and they did some dynoing to it and some tuning and stuff. And the car put down 703 horsepower, 693 foot-pounds of torque, which is crazy for being an automatic ZL1 and for, being just a cam-only essentially car. The supercharger that's on it is not ported. The snout is not ported. The throttle body is not ported. This is all unported stuff. It's only a cam. It's a Lunati Voodoo cam. I can't quite remember the part number of that cam, but the duration of the cam is a 227, 233 duration. The lift is 584 on a 113 plus 4 degrees of advanced timing ground into it already. These Lunati Voodoo cams are really, really good. I really love them. I use them a lot. I actually have a shop cam as well that I use. And the unfortunate part with Nick's car, he wanted a cam that he could, get immediately. My custom ground cam, that obviously is custom ground, takes 2 to 3 weeks to get. I would have loved to try that cam out, but time crunch. He had plans in a couple weeks that needed the car to be there, and we couldn't get that cam in, unfortunately. But still, regardless, the car made unbelievable numbers. Now, the 703 and the 693 foot-pounds of torque were made on E85. And if people out there don't know what E85 is, it's basically ethanol. If you go to the gas station or the gas pump, you'll see on 87, 89, and 93 octane, it'll have a little sticker down at the bottom that says may contain up to 10% ethanol. Well, that's E85. The only difference in Nick's case was we added 50% of E85 to his gas mixture. So basically what that means is if he has 4 gallons of gas in his gas tank, we gave him 4 gallons of ethanol, E85. And that's what a 50-50 mix of that is. That's how he got that 703 number, which is horrendous. Great, number. The regular stock 93 gas tune that was on it, the just 93 octane, if you would go to the pump and just put 93 octane in that gas tank of his, he was seeing 661 or 662 horsepower and 661 foot-pounds of torque, which is really amazing as well for just a cam only, pump gas car in an automatic. There is some future plans for the car that I think we're going to probably try to look into doing to get a little bit more horsepower out of it. The other mods that we did to that car, besides just the Lunati Voodoo cam, was we did a 100mm idler. We did a 255 upper pulley, and he did an ATI balancer with a 10% Lingenfelder overdrive. So that netted us about, I would say, between 13.5 psi worth of boost, which is what we got on the dyno as well, about 13.5 psi worth of boost. The car performed well. The transmission's stock. It just has a transmission tune in it from Jerry Fumato. What else? The rear end is stock. There's no gears in the car or anything of that nature. It's basically a full weight car as well. So we will be trying to get his car down to Cecil County, which has a lower elevation for a track event of some sort of a dig quarter-mile setup, maybe a grudge night on a Friday night, or maybe go down there on a Saturday during a test and tune and see what the car could run from a dead stop. Now, he went to Beast Coast Shootout in Maple Grove a couple weeks ago, and that's the event he was trying to get ready for getting the car ready and stuff like that. And he ran from a roll race standpoint, not a quarter-mile race, but a roll race in 1,500 feet. Ran a 10:01, I think is his fastest, at 142 miles an hour in that car, and that was before the finalization of the tune. Now, the first pull on the dyno that car made, it made 645 horsepower and 614 foot-pounds of torque, or 645 horsepower, 612 foot-pounds of torque. Every time I try to make a video, people try to call me. I just don't fucking get it. It's actually a customer of mine, so when I'm done with this video, I'm actually going to talk to him. Actually, this is his car right here. I'll show you a little bit of his car. This is a 95 Z28, and we're doing a K&N coulter intake setup on it. We're doing rear 373 gears on it as well. And then we're also doing, let's open up the packaging here, an SLP loudmouth exhaust system right there. I don't know if you can see the SLP logo. But yeah, we're going to be installing all that onto this car. That should be done tomorrow. Maybe I'll even make a little video of like a startup on it or something of that nature. But yeah, for the most part, you know, I wanted to, you know, make this video to talk about that ZL1. I know a lot of people had a lot of different questions about it and stuff of that nature, and what exactly the cam specs were and what kind of a cam grind it was, which is obviously the most important part of the whole deal of that car. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much what you see. Stock automatic, cam only, you know, and boost basically is what that car has, and it made 703 horsepower, 695 foot-pounds of torque. You can essentially say, and it was a humid night too as well, you can essentially say that's a, well, you know, a 700 car right there, 700 horsepower, 700 foot-pound of torque car on that dyno. It was, and for future reference to anybody that's interested, the car was dynoed on a DynoJet 248 dyno at Keats Pit Stop in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. His dyno is known to be a heartbreaker dyno. People will go to his dyno with big builds and they'll expect big numbers, and the unfortunate part about it is they do make big numbers, they just don't make what they're expecting to make. That dyno does seem to tend to read a little bit lower than like a 224 or any other dyno other than a Mustang dyno, which actually reads lower. We all know that. I think it's like 8% lower than any other DynoJet, for example, out there. But so I'm kind of anxious to see that car, you know, Nick's ZL1, get on another dyno on a cooler day, like a 75-degree day or a 70-degree or maybe even a 65-degree day on, you know, in the fall, and see what that thing really puts out with some nice, cool, dense air on, you know, the 5050 E85, and even on just regular pump gas would be interesting as well. And, you know, if that were to happen, a video will be coming for that as well. But I'm going to end this one now. I hope I've answered some people's questions that they might have about that ZL1 Camaro and the grind and the mods that were done to it and the horsepower and why it was making so much horsepower and so on and so forth. If you have any questions, feel free to get in contact with me at Diablo Formula Racing at diabloformula@hotmail.com. Please subscribe to the videos, to my channel. Follow, share, like, all that jazz. If you want to get more info and more details on the shop, I have a Facebook, that's Diablo Formula Racing as well. And then I also have an Instagram, which is, go freaking figure, Diablo Formula Racing as well. So hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to having more of them coming your way. Deuces.